Silver investors have already been putting up with enough BS, but now we have the single-digit silver crowd crawling out of the woodwork, scaring us into thinking that silver could be headed to below $10 per ounce. I'm seeing comments in my videos and others pointing at that as a realistic scenario unfolding. I want to examine two things in this video. Number one, is it possible for silver to get the single digits? And then number two, we're going to talk about, is it probable? What would have to happen for that to be the case, and what would the world look like? Let's get started right now. Hey, first, we have to be realist, right? And recognize that almost anything is possible. I mean, I could show up in my next video with a tail. Joe Biden could suddenly start making smart decisions for the future of our country. And you never know, Jerome Powell could even start to tell the truth. So anything's possible, including single-digit silver. Heck, I guess it could even go negative like oil did. But is it probable? What would have to happen? What would have happened for silver to go to single digits? Well, first, I can tell you this. The number one thing that would have to happen would be an utter collapse of the U.S. economy and world economy for that order. There's no way that the economy could continue to be relatively strong or even moderately strong and silver to drop in price that much. And the reason why is that a lot of silver is consumed and used by industry. Solar panels, anything electric, including the growing segment of electric cars, they consume tons and tons and tons of silver. So everything would have to collapse. Demand for cars, demand for solar panels, demand for electronics, they would all have to collapse. And simultaneously, the supply of silver would have to remain the same. And that wouldn't be the case because these silver miners are like barely making money at this current price of $19 per ounce. If silver drops to $14 or $15 per ounce, what you'll see is silver miners shutting down their mines. They're going to be losing money, and they're better off putting the mine on care and maintenance than they are continuing to produce silver that they're losing $3 or $4 or $5 per ounce on every time they dig an ounce out of the ground. We're already consuming much more silver every year right now than we are mining out of the ground. So for this scenario to come into fruition, things would have to really, really get crappy. And another thing you need to remember, if that were the case, if silver were to drop that much and the economy get killed that much, we would be having major deflation. So the price of everything else, bread, gasoline, houses, everything would also drop significantly. So on a relative basis, silver would maintain its buying power. So in a nutshell, sure, it's possible that silver could get to single digits, but things would have to get very, very ugly out there, and the whole system would be imploding upon itself. We really don't want that to happen. It's almost just as likely, or really more likely, that we would get triple-digit silver before we get single-digit silver. That's where my money is, but one thing for sure, we're going to find out. Also, I want you to come back to Ron's Basement. I'm glad you joined me here today. You're always welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, turn on notifications. That way you'll get notified every time I put out a new video. And until next time, you be well.